Welcome back to the Immigration Answer Show. My name is Jim Hacking. I hope you all are doing well. This is episode number wrong number. This is episode number 450 of the Immigration Answer Show. I'll be here for the next hour or so. As long as you guys have questions, I will try to answer them. I will do my best to let you know what's going on in immigration land, to give you my thoughts. Ivan is here, Jana is here, JC and JH are here. Let's do this. We got TT down in Orlando. Patrick Papa is here. All in says, let's roll. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to you. All in. Muhammad Waleed is asking for the link. Thank you for the reminder, Muhammad Waleed. Let me get you guys the link. I had a nice time yesterday at the mosque. I went to the Dar el Jalal, which is up in Hazelwood, the north part of town, and I got to hang out with a lot of the Muslim brothers and sisters, and it was nice. I got up and talked a little bit about knowing your rights and whether or not people should be talking to the FBI. Here's the link to get in the waiting room. All right. It's just me today. Hooli is off, of course. It's Saturday. The office is closed. I'm doing today's show because I won't be here on Monday. No show on Monday. My daughter's team made it to the district championship, so I will be watching softball on Monday. So no show on Monday. Our next show will be on Tuesday. JC is back. Let's see what he has to say.
Hey, how are you? So I have a quick question. So I went for my interview on Tuesday, and everything went well. They didn't ask nothing with my wife, except they went with the whole review of the I-485, all those questions that on the form, but then they never gave me a response. They didn't tell me if I got approved or not.
Well, I don't remember all the details of your case, but I remember it wasn't a completely straightforward case, so that's not unusual. Most cases you don't find out right away.
Okay, yeah, because that was the thing that I was worried about, because they told me that because she asked me, so how do you come to this country? I was like, I don't know, because I was a baby. They're like, okay, so why you don't know that? I was like, because I came when I was like maybe 2-3 years old, so I don't know how I came to this country. I know that I came illegally, but then I left the country and then came back again, but with the DACA and with the advance parole. And that was the only thing that she was kind of iffy about, but everything else, she's like, okay, fine, because I brought my wife, I brought the photos, everything that you told me, even to get the house, of my father-in-law's contract that they own the house or whatever. Mm-hmm. They didn't ask for nothing. They didn't ask for anything. They just asked me the questions and that's it.
Well,
but then she said this.
That's
but
great.
Then she said that she couldn't give me an answer.
You should not be surprised by that.
Oh, okay, so I shouldn't be worried about that?
You should not be surprised. But for sure, they were never going to tell you right then on the spot. When you have been in the United States for years and years, and you entered without inspection, even if you got advance parole, they were never going to give that to you right away.
Yeah, because the problem is that I told my sister about this, and she's like, "That's weird," because she never had advance parole. She actually got her green card through her husband too. And they gave her on the spot everything. And she came when she was like 6 months old. And same thing, they gave her the answer right there. So she's like, that's weird.
I doubt that because if she entered without inspection, if she didn't have advanced parole, that doesn't make any sense. Somebody must have made a mistake.
Yeah, because they said that she just recently got it last year, her green card. Yeah. And she checked me. So did they approve it? Like, no. I was like, I'm waiting for the answer. Like, that's weird because they give me the answer like, yeah, you got to prove, and then they get within a week or two, my green card came. I was like, wow, I was like, not me. I was like, I'm waiting for it, for like the answer.
Thanks, JC. See you, buddy.
Thank you. Bye bye.
All right. Patrick Papa is here. Hello, Patrick Papa.
Hey, hi, Jim. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Doing great. Yeah, I just want to let you know that the last time I talked to you, it was about my wife's case, which was in NBC So I had an income of, for the last 3 years, to 2021 to 22. I made less than what my normal
Income.
um, income. So I talked to you, say they don't want to accept that. So I write a letter. They accept me with $27,000. I was accepted, and my wife, we gonna have an interview next week.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah, I just want to encourage people that if you make less than what you make, try to submit paperwork. Maybe they will accept you.
Thank you, Patrick.
Bye bye.
Good luck with the interview.
Thank you.
See you, buddy. All right, all right. Imran is here. Hello, Imran.
Hi, Jim. How are you?
I'm great. How are you doing?
I'm good, good. So I have a few questions. So basically, my wife is petitioning for me as a U.S. citizen, and my NVC, sorry, the I-130 is approved last month, uh, and now we need to start the NVC process. So my questions are like, I'm currently in Pakistan, so I want to travel to Australia with a work permit. So, can I shift my interviews and the medical to there? Is it possible, or I have to give them right here in Pakistan?
No, look, we should try. If you can go live in Australia for a while, everything's going to be better for you over there than in Pakistan, I think. So, have you started? Like, have you filed the DS-260 yet, or no?
No, I haven't started that process, so I haven't submitted the fee.
Okay, when are
I'm
you
planning
going to move?
to do, yeah,
When will you
sorry,
move? When will you move to Australia?
next month.
Yeah, so I would go get settled in Australia and then start the National Visa Center process, all with using the Australian address that you have. I think
Okay,
it'll save you 7 or 8 months on the back end if you do it that way.
okay, makes sense. And my wife also want, like, she will also move with me. So is that okay? Like,
She can, but remember, she's got to sort of make sure that she maintains her residence here. So she's still got to pay taxes and keep her property and like don't move everything over there. But yeah, she can come stay in Australia with you, but she's got to maintain her ties to the United
oh,
States.
makes sense. For how many years? Like 2 years or 3 years?
Well, hopefully, it won't take that long. Has she been staying here for a while?
Hmm. Yeah, so she's staying right here for about 5 years now.
Yeah. So I would say if you go to Australia, she should come stay with you for 5 months, then come back to the United States for a month, then 5 months there and 1 month here, just so it doesn't look like she's moved.
Okay, okay, makes sense. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that was my question. Thank you
Thanks,
so much.
John. Good luck, buddy.
Good luck. Yeah. Bye.
All right, all right. Kadian's here. Kadian, can you hear me?
Yes, Jim, I can. Thanks for adding me.
How you doing?
Um, I'm doing good, thanks. I have a question. So I'll be a citizen in 3 years, but I want to petition for my mother and I want my little brother to be here at the same time. What is the best option?
Well, you can't apply for your mom until you are a U.S. citizen.
Right. Yeah, I know that.
How old is your brother?
He's 12.
Okay, so let's play it out. So this is 20. So he was born in like 2010.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's how it works. You're going to become a citizen 3 years from now. So we'll say that's 2026.
Mm-hmm.
January 1st, 2027, you're going to file a green card application for your mom. So your brother will be 17 at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Your mom is overseas, I assume?
Yeah, she's in Jamaica.
So you apply for mom, that's going to take about a year and a half. So now your brother's 18 and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Your mom's going to come to the United States on her green card and she's going to apply for your brother on her green card and she's going to apply for your brother. And then hopefully he'll come before he turns 21. Problem is right now, that's a 4-year wait. So he may or may not age out.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
they might make things faster again, but right now, there's a chance he would age out. There's also a chance he wouldn't, but he could. It depends on lots of things. But like, if I were you, I would apply for citizenship on the very first day I'm eligible. You know, if you can apply 3 months early, I would do that. And you got to
Okay.
have your mom's case ready to be filed. Like I would file your mom's case the day after you naturalize.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Jim. Bye.
Bye, my friend. See you, Kitty.
Okay.
Bye. All right. Well, we like the kind words. We like the kind words from Patrick Papa. It was nice talking to you. Let us know where you're watching from, everybody. Let us know something fun you're going to do this weekend. What am I going to do? Softball, of course. When we're done with this, Nora and I are going to go and get some more Halloween decorations for the front yard. So we have a big purple ghost, and we have some other thing that lights up. I don't remember. We're going to get some more stuff. How about you guys? What are you going to do this weekend? Rafiu's here. Hello, Rafiu.
Yeah, hello. Yeah, hi. Jim, thank you for letting me. Can you please take me off camera?
You got it.
Thank you. Yeah, I filed my I-130 in 2018 with my ex-wife. We had a divorce. Prior to the divorce, my I-130 was denied.
Why?
Based on they say based on my marriage certificate, which I brought from Nigeria, was sent to me. So now I had to
Your
do
marriage
another
certificate? Your marriage certificate or your divorce certificate?
my divorce certificate.
Okay.
So I had to do another divorce here. So actually, there was a mix-up when I gave it to the lawyer. Then it was a different certificate I told him to present, but that was a mix-up. So I had to divorce here. I did. He told me to do it here. So while my VAWA, at the time I filed for a VAWA, so I withdrew the VAWA because along the line I sent them a letter, I withdrew the VAWA. So because we separated, so I now left. Then I sent in another application of 130 with my current wife, which I'm married, but they sent me a letter RFE for me to send them the RFE requested is for the I-130A. I-130A. So which I sent the up to now, I've not received any other thing. As at yesterday, they said it is completed, that they are working on it. So
My brother, when did you come to the United States?
2004, 2015
On a visit visa?
on B1, B2.
So you went to the embassy in Nigeria and said, hey, I'm married here in Nigeria. I want to go visit the United States, and I swear to God, I'm going to come back because, of course, I have this wonderful wife here who'll be waiting for me. Please give me a visit visa. Then they gave you the visit visa because you told them that you were married. Did you get divorced before you came to America or after you came to America?
Yes, yeah, before I came.
But you didn't participate in that divorce, and the divorce decree that you got wasn't real.
I didn't participate because she sent it to me. Then
Right.
along the line, we could not. She sent to me because of the time.
Have you seen my show before? Because I have this conversation once a week. Have you seen this show before?
No, I've not seen that one.
Yeah, I've seen this.
Listening to you.
There is. I am convinced.
Okay.
There's a person in Nigeria who's written a book, and the book is, "Hey boys, if you want to go to the United States, here's what you do: you get a fake wife here in Nigeria, and then you go ahead and get married in here in Nigeria. Then you go to the embassy and you get your visit visa. Then when you get your visit visa, then you get divorced. You either can do that here in Nigeria or you can do it over in America. And then once you get to America, you hang out on your visit visa, maybe you overstay. You find some American lady to marry you. She marries you. She files an I-130 petition for you. And hopefully you can keep the marriage together and not make her too mad so that she doesn't withdraw the I-130 or doesn't file for divorce. But if she does, that's not so bad either, because then you can file for VAWA. And the VAWA case might carry you through. You might have called the police on her. You might have a document or two that sort of supports this VAWA application. And listen, if that VAWA doesn't seem so strong, that's okay. Just marry a third person. So, Rafi, I actually, if you watch the show, you can go back and watch. Every other show, 2 times a week, somebody is telling me this story. and their divorce decree always falls apart. Their marriage always falls apart. And now, and now to think that you would file an I-130 without an I-130A, I mean, you're just handing them more things to hit you over the head with.
No, I submitted then. I'm surprised they still requested for I-130A again. Recently, I fill it and I send it to them.
With your original submission?
Yes.
So you're telling me that, Jim, I filed an I-130, an I-130A, a 485, a 765, a 131, and then for some reason they said they didn't get my I-130A. That's what you're saying?
No, they got it. Maybe they said for them to, for me, they want me to refill it, to fill I-130A, which I did.
So what's the question?
Now I just want to know now recently I requested for my parole. So they sent me the parole. So I just wanted to know what's your view for me going, if I just want to travel home just to see my mom, my parents. Now if I go now, suspecting that in case I'm coming back, the possibility of me being allowed to come in. That's what I just want to know.
Is your spouse going with you?
Going with me? No, we are. She is suggesting that if you want to go, that's what I want to know. She's not going with me, but she said if I want her to go, she can go with me. So.
Okay. Well, if you had a good friend who just told you what you just told me, what would you tell them as far as whether or not you think it's safe for that person to leave before they have their green card? I mean, dude, you're barely here. They're itching to deny your green card. So if you leave, they could deny your case while you're gone, cancel your advance parole, and you're stuck in Nigeria.
Okay. Yeah, I listened to one of your shows. I've been listening to you, so I just didn't want to just conclude, but I want to hear directly from you.
You got it directly from me. This is the playbook.
Okay.
Thanks, Rafiu.
Okay, thank you so much.
Bye, buddy.
Bye.
All right. There's someone in the waiting room who says, take me off camera. I will do that, but I can't call you up. So just put your head off camera for a minute. Here we go. All right. I will call you up. Oh, that's my camera. I will just give me 1 second. Okay. We're good to go. Take me off camera.
Okay. Can you hear me, Jim?
I hear you just fine. Thank you.
Okay. One moment. So good afternoon. Thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
So I am a green card holder, and I got my green card in May 2019. When I got my green card in May 2019, I've been traveling back and forth abroad, staying out of the country sometimes 4 or 5 months at a time. In 2020, I got held up in Jamaica because of the COVID, because the airports were closed.
Mm-hmm.
So I was out of the US for about 10 months.
Mm-hmm.
So come February 2024, I should be able to apply for my citizenship. But I'm thinking, with me being out of the country for that 10 months during COVID when the airports were closed and traveling back and forth between 2019 and 2021, if it's gonna affect my application come next year, February. What do you think?
Did you get your green card through marriage or some other way?
My mother filed for myself and my daughter and my ex-husband at the time.
So what was the date that you returned to the United States from the 10-month trip?
I think I came back in January, I think.
January of
2021. It's not January, it was December of 2021.
December of 2021?
Yes. But no, hold on. Yes, December of 2020.
Okay. So here's what I'll say about that. There's two ways to think about it. One is, do I want to spend $700 on the chance that my case gets denied? Or the other one is, do I want to be really, really careful and only apply once? Okay. So you can apply 5 years after you got your green card if you want. but you're going to have a fight on your hands about that 10-day trip. Now, when COVID happened,
Yeah.
I was telling everybody who listened, don't believe USCIS. They are going to punish you for being outside the United States, even though flights were canceled. They're going to act like that was completely your fault. And so now we're starting to see these denials where people say, well, I didn't really abandon my residency. I just got stuck in Jamaica because I couldn't fly back. And USCIS says, too bad, so sad, right? And so if you kept your property, kept all your stuff, kept your job, paid your taxes, all those things, then you can have that argument. But I think for most people, it's probably a 40 or 30% chance of winning on that argument. I've seen more denials than approvals based on just those facts.
Okay.
So if you want to be really, really careful, you should apply 4 years and 1 day after that long 10-month trip.
Okay.
So whatever the date was, whatever the date was you entered, you add 4 years and a day or two, and then you apply.
Okay. And two, when I in 2021, when I cut down on I won't say cut down on the traveling, because when I started school in 2021, I think I went back to Jamaica during 2021 probably about 3 times, but just for like a 1 week stay.
Yeah, that's okay. I mean, just remember too, the other thing is you have to have half the time in the United States, but I think you're fine on that. So
Okay.
those trips don't worry me. It's the big trip that we have to worry about.
It's over 10 months. Okay. And another question, Jim, I filed an I-130 for my husband. Just recently I checked my account online and it's showing that it's 5 months before a decision. You think I should take that seriously?
No, but it
Because
doesn't.
I
It doesn't.
applied in 2021
Yeah, it doesn't really
September.
matter because there's a backlog now for the spouses of green card holders. So your husband's probably not coming until you become a citizen, or it's going to be pretty close to that time. So I wouldn't worry about how long they're taking to approve the I-130. It's not that big a deal.
Okay. Okay. All right then. Thank you.
Have a great day.
All right. Thanks. Bye bye.
Oh, sorry. Hold on. I got to do that again if you want to be off camera. I can't call you up if you, can you, hold on. I can do this. Okay, go ahead.
Let's say I get my citizenship, right? And my husband comes here to visit and stays. Can he adjust his status
Well, he
based on the
can't.
fact that I have?
He can't intend to when he comes. If he decided that once he got here, that'd be a different thing.
Okay. Okay. Alrighty. All right then. Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Okay.
All right. Hey, we got a nice comment from Christine. Jim, I called your office yesterday. The response was amazing. Your staff's very helpful. Great. I'm glad to hear that. That makes me happy. Thank you, Christine. All right. Jean-Jacques is here. What do you say, Jean-Jacques?
Hello. James, it's a pleasure to talk to you. It's my first time on your show.
Thanks for coming on.
Thank you. Can I be off the camera if you don't mind?
You are off the camera.
Okay, thank you so much, Jim. Yeah, so I came into this country in 2016 on a B1, B2 visa, and I applied for asylum, and my asylum was not granted. So I mean, by the time I came in here, I was married to my ex-wife back home, and then my country got my country has been granted the TPS and the TPS status, and now I'm trying to find out if I can apply for the TPS, even while my present wife has filed an I-130 for me. I don't know if it means anything, if it can help me in any way.
Okay, so how many times in your life have you been married?
2 times.
So you were married back in your home country. When did you divorce that person?
That was 2022.
Okay, so while your asylum case was pending, you got divorced, and now you're married to a U.S. citizen. Is that right?
Well, the divorce came after the asylum was denied.
Okay. So is your asylum case in deportation court?
Yes, sir.
And okay, so at the time that you got referred to the immigration court, you were still married to the person in your home country. After deportation started, you raised asylum as a defense. They gave you a court date. You ended up getting divorced from your spouse back home, and you married a U.S. citizen.
Well, I mean, my marriage was already on the rocks.
Yeah.
Even before the results of the.
Yeah, but on paper, it makes a big difference. So on paper, was the divorce? Who filed for divorce? You or your wife back home?
He did back home.
Okay, and was that filed before or after you got sent to the deportation court?
It was filed, I think, after.
After, okay. And then obviously it was granted after.
Yes, it was granted after. Yes.
And when's your court date on your asylum case?
That will be January 2025.
Okay, and so which immigration court is your case?
In Dallas, Texas.
And you're married to a U.S. citizen, and now you have that U.S. citizen has filed an I-130 for you.
She's not a citizen yet. She's a green card holder, but she'll be eligible to become a citizen in the month of December. I know it's going to take a while before she gets sworn in.
Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. How did she get her green card?
Through the diversity visa program.
Okay, great. So your court date is 2025. She can probably become a citizen around 2024, April, May of 2024. And they'll be processing your I-130. You'll notify them that she became a U.S. citizen and ask that they prioritize her case now as you're the spouse of a citizen versus a green card holder, right?
Yes, sir.
So what is your question for me, Jean-Jacques?
My question was, if I go ahead and apply for TPS, is that going to affect my case in any way?
No, you can and you should.
Okay. Isn't that going to show like I have an intent to?
You already did. You filed the I-130.
Okay.
You already filed the I-130. The only intent you need to worry about is immigrant intent, but you've already demonstrated that by filing the I-130. So you don't have to worry about that for TPS.
Okay.
But you're not asking me the right question, Jean-Jacques.
Maybe.
The right question is, Jim, are you worried about my case? And my answer is yes, I'm worried about your case because when you get married in deportation, they automatically pretend like or act like you did it only to save your butt from getting deported. So I don't know if you have a lawyer on that I-130, but you're going to need extra work to get that approved. You have to file a stronger case and you have to make a specific request. It's called a good faith marriage exception. So you need to make a you and your spouse both need to make a written request with the application. Did you do that?
We just submit. We have a lawyer, and we submitted to him.
Mm-hmm.
He asked me for some documents which I provided, and everything. I don't know if that is what he was trying to do, but
I know. But did you? I have made this mistake, which is why I sort of obsess about it. I've early in my career, I had one or two of these where I did not make the actual request. You have to make an actual written request for that good faith exception. So I would ask your attorney for a copy of your file and make sure that you file that. If not, you can bring it to the interview.
Okay. And is there a particular, like a specific format it's supposed to take? Or?
No, you can find them online, but basically it's just, hi, my name is Mrs. Jacques. I'm a U.S. citizen. I love my husband. I'm asking for the good faith marriage exception under, and then you just got to cite the statute. I'll make a video about it, okay?
Yes, sir.
I just wrote it down on my high-tech note-taking. It's my wife's old paper towel. So that's where I write down all my good ideas for videos, okay? I'll make one for you tomorrow. Okay, it'll take a while.
Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate you. I appreciate everything you do, sir.
Thanks, Jean-Jacques. See you, buddy. Good luck. Keep me posted, okay? All right. Kim has an interesting comment. Jim, or Kimi Sakimi. Jim, don't go back to your other new camera setup in the office. This setup is much better and more interactive. I feel closer to the people when I do it this way. I do feel closer. I feel sort of disconnected when the monitor's back there and I'm up here. I do feel like that I get to talk more intimately with people this way. So I think that's right. It's still a work in progress. We're still figuring stuff out. We just got a kick-ass camera. We're trying. The thing is, with that camera, it's a $6,000 camera. It's my man Kent's Black Cat. I think it's called Black Cat or something, and it's really high tech. And if you get really, really close, you can see like every little pimple that I have. So that's no good. All right, let's say hi to Jana. Hi, Jana.
Hi, how are you, Jim? Thanks for having me.
Sure. How are you doing?
Not bad. Relative. Can you take me off camera? I'd appreciate it.
You're all
And congratulations to your daughter on the district championships.
Thanks. Yeah, we'll see how she does. Their team has not won districts in like 20 years or so. It's a big game on Monday.
Well, that's why they're going to win. It's a lot. So I came to the US on a visitor's visa in 2014 via Atlanta. Since being here, I got a divorce from my first husband in 2017. I'm in Baltimore, Maryland. So I got the divorce here.
He's from home. You married to him back home?
Yeah, we were married in Jamaica with 2 kids.
Okay.
So I came here 2014, divorced him while I was here in 2017, and remarried in 2019, September.
To a different person.
2 different persons.
Mm-hmm.
My husband now is an American citizen and we have a daughter together.
Mm-hmm.
However, we have not yet filed my I-130.
Yep.
And the issue is we've been to about 3 or 4 different lawyers. My husband hasn't been paying taxes. And so we were told to seek out getting co-sponsors. So I have secured 2 of them. One of which is my current husband's sister, who has been filing for our daughter on her taxes, because like I said, he doesn't pay taxes. We got stalled, 1, because of COVID, and 2, because we were told by these lawyers that my husband would have to file his taxes in order for us to go ahead and put in our application.
How many lawyers told you that?
About 3 or 4.
Okay, then make it 4 or 5 because that's the right answer.
Okay, so just go ahead and wait until he files.
And on top of that, okay, so does your daughter live with that aunt?
No, she lives with us.
So that's all a scam. You can't file tax returns that way. So she has to file amended tax returns and your husband has to file tax returns.
Okay, well, yeah, she's been filing. Then that's the next.
You can't, I'm not a tax attorney, but you just can't declare other people's kids on your tax returns just so that somebody gets the benefit. That's called tax fraud.
Okay, I'm not sure that is what happened. I think what happened is because at the time it was COVID, we had her file the baby on her taxes because he wasn't working. Of course, I can't work. And it's his mom and his sister that is pretty much who sustains us. They're affluent enough. So I asked the sister to be my co-sponsor because of that. Because if she's going to be, financially responsible for us, it only makes sense that if I'm filing to have her as a co-sponsor. Well, was my logic.
It doesn't matter who the co-sponsor is. That's not a big deal. To me, the bigger issue that all this is right. Why is your husband not working? Because they're going to think he is working and not paying his taxes, or they're going to think he's not working. He's a bum, and you're paying him to get yourself a green card. So for all these reasons, him not filing taxes is a big problem, much bigger than who the co-sponsor is. Who the co-sponsor is, that's like chump change. What we're worried about is how do we prove up this marriage and that it's real? I mean, obviously you have a kid, so that helps.
Yeah, and we've lived together the whole time.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because that's been my issue with him, because he had his sister file for him. I think this would be the 2020 tax that is filed in 2021 as her dependent. And it really upset me because we were on a trajectory because he had filed his taxes in 2019 when we got married. And we were, we had a plan and we were good with that. So when that happened, I didn't even find out that had happened until 2022 when I was ready to put my paperwork in. And he said he didn't have the taxes because D filed for them.
Well, tell D.
I'm stressed out.
Tell. Here's what you tell him. Say, D.
D's his sister.
I know.
But,
D, whenever I hear D, I got to say D's nuts because that's my favorite thing to say. But
yeah.
You got to tell D's nuts that everybody is being way too cute with their taxes. So she's declaring her brother and she's declaring her niece. That's all against the rules. I mean, I'm not a tax attorney, but I think that's all against the rules. And I've seen this come up. So this is what you tell them. I talked to now a fourth immigration attorney. The fourth immigration attorney says that if you want me to stay here, you need to clean up your shit. You need to get your taxes in order. You need to get D's taxes in order so that we can get my case on file. I can't be waiting around. They could come knocking on the door tomorrow to get me. I'm not.
That is exactly what has me in a panic, Jim, because no.
It's most likely not going to happen, and I don't want you to leave this call worried about that, okay? I mean, technically, you're on some list right now where they are, in theory, looking for you, in theory. Whether they're and even if they came and got you tomorrow, you're married to a U.S. citizen, you're the mother of a U.S. citizen, there's a whole way for you to stay. So you don't need to worry, and don't be sad. I can see you're sad. Don't be worried and sad about getting deported. That's not going to happen. And I'm not trying to scare you. What I'm trying to do is to get them to watch this.
Okay.
So and get their shit together. If they really care about you, they got to quit playing games with their taxes. He's got to get off his ass and get a job that reports income so that he can support you.
Okay.
Before I forget, given everything you've told me about Dee's nuts and her taxes, we definitely don't want her to be the co-sponsor. We don't want to be associated with
nothing with her. Okay, because that was my next question. So just take that off the okay, sir. Got you. So I did get all the way up in his, for want of a better word. Yeah, I got all the way up in there because as you can tell, I'm Jamaican. I don't even play these games, and I'm in a country where I don't know what is the right things to do, and I don't want to get caught up. I'm a registered nurse, so I see where there's all these things happening and it can work, and it's just frustrating. So I did tell him he needed to file his taxes for this year, which already is gone. So he plans to file his taxes for this year and the next year in the next tax season.
Hold on. Let's say for the sake of argument, and I don't know if it's true or not, but let's say for the sake of argument that and don't be sad. Don't be sad. I'm sorry this is making you sad.
No, it's okay. It's just the whole thing.
We're going to fix this, okay?
Yeah.
So let's say until October 14th, 2023, he hasn't worked for the last 4 years, okay? Let's say that's true.
Right.
Then he's going to file, he has to go to an accountant and file tax returns and say, I made no money in those years. And he has to file tax returns with the IRS that he made no income.
So is it best he do that to cover from the time we got married in September 2019 until for the 3 years?
That's even better. We need 3 years. So it's 22, 21, 20 is what we need. So at least those three.
Okay, all right.
But even if it's zero, that's fine. But you cannot proceed. You cannot pass go unless he has tax returns of a $0 nature or whatever income he had for 3 years. That's the whole thing starts with that. Only after that do we even talk about the co-sponsor.
Okay.
Now, when you go to talk to the accountant, what I would do is I would drag his ass in there. I would drag D's nuts ass in there, and I would say, You filed tax returns listing my daughter. That was dumb. He should have done it. He should have got that tax benefit. And you sure as hell shouldn't have listed him as a dependent. So you really need to clear up everybody's taxes, but she might fight you on that because she got that money.
Which it's not, I don't get the impression that she's fighting about the money or anything like that. Is not even the issue. It's just that, like I said, I don't know about these taxes, but a lawyer did say that what they should have done is have amended her taxes. And
you got to amend everybody's, hers and his, but she might not want to do that. If
be
she
willing to do it, right, is the impression I'm getting.
If she won't do that, at the very least, he should just do his 3 years and forget about her and then go find a co-sponsor. And whatever game she's playing with her taxes, you just stay as far away
from it. Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Bye, Jenna. I feel for you. Hang in there.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Oh, these nuts. These nuts is causing shit. All right. Guess who's here? Shabazz is here. You know it's a good day when Shabazz is here. What's up, Shabazz?
Hello, good afternoon, sir. How are you doing, sir?
Are you excited about the Astros being in the American League Championship Series?
Yeah.
What's up?
Yeah, actually, Jim, I have some questions. Doing a very good job. Actually, as you know, my I-130 got approved, and my attorney, he sent a letter to the court, and they dismissed my case, asylum case. So I got the letter at the court. They dismissed my asylum case. So now he's going to send my I-485 to the UCIS. So what will happen? The previous I-485 which he already filed to the court, what will happen with that one?
Probably nothing.
Huh?
Probably nothing.
Nothing. So my question is that my attorney is saying that the same what you was talking before. He told me that I need a joint sponsor, or your income should be 32,000 for you and your wife together.
Not you, your wife. It doesn't matter. You could be a millionaire. It doesn't matter.
Huh?
You could be a millionaire. It doesn't matter, Shabazz. I can't hear you now. Something happened. You had a call?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. So they will consider together me and my wife income, or they only consider my wife income? But my attorney is saying that they can combine your income. No?
They say it in theory, but it doesn't ever work. You need if your spouse didn't make $30,000 a year on her taxes the last 3 years, you need a co-sponsor. It's going to go much faster if you get a co-sponsor. If you're fighting about trying to get them to include Shabazz's income, you're just going to give yourself a big headache.
Oh, so they will just consider her income, because my wife, she's not earning so much,
right.
And she.
So you need a co-sponsor.
So without, Jim, I'm asking you, without Davon, it will not go. It's not going to happen.
I don't think so. Not in my experience.
But in some cases, I have some 1 or 2 friends. They told me they did not ask our that how much you are making this one. They are just asked that how much is your income. That's it. They see our bank statement and they did it.
That's BS.
Huh?
That's BS. That's not true.
Okay. One more thing. Okay, I understood. Actually, Jim, my I-130 got approved. I am not in the court anymore. I have the dismissal letter from the court. So my baby is very sick back home in Pakistan. I go to UCIS office Friday, and I request for travel permit.
No, you're not leaving till you get your green card.
Sorry?
You're not leaving till you get your green card.
But Jim, if they give me the travel card, can I travel?
I vote no on that. You can, but you shouldn't.
But my baby is sick back home. I did not see him from last 5 years.
Okay. Well, my vote is you don't leave till you get your green card. If you're asking me what you should do, my advice is don't leave until you have your green card.
But Jim, the travel permit, it's mentioned there. You can go and come back.
I know, Shabazz. I know that.
Okay.
But I also know that one time out of 150, somebody gets their green card application pending. They get their advance parole, and then they deny their green card, and they revoke their advance parole. So if that happened to you, what would you do? You'd be stuck in Pakistan forever.
Okay, okay,
I'm
okay.
not saying it's probably not going to happen, but it could. And what happens if it does?
So Jim, okay, I understood. They took my documents and they expedite my previous request for travel permit. So what do you think? They will work on it? They will do something or no?
Maybe, but I don't care because I don't want you to leave.
Okay, but Jim, okay, but for this I-485, which one, the new one, my attorney is going to send to the UCIS. So the previous one, they will not take my fingerprints, biometrics, and fees, or it's already submitted, right?
Yeah, it'll just die somewhere.
Okay, so for this I-485, which one is my attorney is going to send to the UCIS? How many months they will take to process it?
Year and a half.
Year and a half. This I-485, they will work on it as a beginning.
Shabazz, do you have a simple immigration case or do you have a complicated immigration case?
I have a simple immigration case. I was having a.
You were in deportation. By definition, that means it's complicated. You were in deportation. You're not anymore, but your file is this thick now. Your file is this thick. You're not a first time filer. You're not someone who filed in the traditional way. The EOIR had your case, as you know, for a really long time.
Yes.
That makes everything slower.
But Jim, the previous, the which I-485 he filed with the EOIR, this finish?
Okay. Well, here, let's do this, Shabazz. Okay. All right. So everybody knows Shabazz's case. Everybody say in the comments, how long do you think Shabazz's 45 is going to take? Maybe we should do an over and under. Is it going to be over a year or under a year? That's the question. And I think it's going to be over a year.
Over a year. Okay.
First of all, Shabazz, we can't forget it's not even on file yet.
Okay. I understood. But Jim, you the joint sponsor. If I arrange the joint sponsor, I should arrange the joint sponsor, and then otherwise there is no way, right?
Otherwise, it's going to slow down the case. I have a question for you, Shabazz.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. When did you file the 485? The old
Jim,
one.
the old one I filed when I got the I-30 notification acknowledgement. I filed last year, April 12, 2022.
Okay. All right. Go ahead. What's your question?
My question is that can I send my I-485 without sponsorship or without joint sponsor?
That would be stupid. That's gonna buy you lots of delays. You want to have your wife do her affidavit of support. You want to have your co-sponsor. You want to have all your documents. You want to send that all in at the beginning. If you got all these friends who got their green card so easy, no problem. Any of those motherfuckers can be your co-sponsor. Just tell one of those rich assholes to do it for you.
Jim, it's very hard to get who is giving this very confidential documents. Nobody is giving this tax return.
Tell them I don't need to see it. Just give it to my lawyer. I don't need to see it.
What?
What you do is you say to your friends, I don't need to see the documents. If you make enough money, you just give the documents to the lawyer. I'll never see them if they're worried about you seeing them.
But Jim, I'm okay. I understood all the things. But I'm asking you just some general things that you are my buddy man.
He's trying to get you to change my mind. How many
times? I'm just asking you something generally that my lawyer told me do the medical and give me the medical. But I told him that send my I-485 if when my interview comes or in the future RFE came, when they will ask me my tax returns or a joint sponsor, because the tax returns I already gave it to him because I was working from last 4 years. I was having
nobody cares if you're working. You could be a millionaire. It doesn't matter.
Oh, okay. But
you could be the richest person. You could be Bill Gates. But if your wife doesn't work, it's not happening.
Okay. But I can if my attorney is going to send my I-485 with the medical with the tax returns which is not showing that income. So they will ask me in the future the joint sponsor or joint sponsor. They will ask me. It's sure must.
So I think what you're asking me is, Jim, can I get away with sending in the least amount possible?
Yeah.
And my answer is, Shabazz, you can send them whatever the hell you want. But if you
Okay.
want to do it the right way, you should do it what I said. You should send in your spouse's W-2s, your spouse's income, to do the affidavit of support correctly, get all supporting documents, the tax returns for the last 3 years, and get your co-sponsor. If you spend 2 weeks finding somebody, I mean, let's just you don't believe me, but you're going to need a co-sponsor. So if you agree with me that you need a co-sponsor, then why not do that now and spend 2 weeks to get it done now versus waiting for them to send you a letter, say, hey, we need it in 30 days. And then you're under the gun. You got somebody pointing a gun at your head saying, Shabazz, where's your effing co-sponsor? And you're like, oh shit, I better find somebody. You keep asking everybody and they won't do it. And then you either blow the deadline on the RFE or you buy yourself 6 extra months of delay while they send you the request for evidence, while you respond to it, while they then you're going to be calling up here, Jim, wallahi, I sent them my co-sponsor after the RFE, and now it's been 2 months since I sent them the response, and they still haven't. You're buying yourself headaches in the future by not taking care of it now.
Okay, I understood. So I should arrange from today onwards these things. Okay, Jim, if my attorney he was doing to adjustment of status in the court, so the court also will ask joint sponsor or no?
Court's over. What are you talking about?
Huh?
The court's over. I mean, would they have? Is that what you're asking? Would they have?
No. If my case with the EOIR, because my attorney, he was saying that court is giving me like in November 2024 your date for adjustment of status.
But you said that got terminated.
No. But I'm asking you generally. I'm asking you. Yeah, my court already dismissed my case. But if it's in the court is also asking joint sponsor or no?
Yeah.
Court is also asking. Okay. I will arrange. And
now to your question, the courts really don't give a shit about that. They'll look it over and they'll say, okay, yeah. Like, they're not going to get out their calculator and figure out if old Shabazz's wife or old Shabazz's friend makes enough. They don't do that. I mean, when you adjust in court, it's like, hey, government, do you have any objections to old Shabazz getting his green card? And they might ask you 1 or 2 questions, and they say no objection, and then the judge gives the green card. That's how it really happens. I got to go, Shabazz. Okay, buddy?
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right, see you, man. All right, Tony's right. Tony says they might also send a notice of intent to deny, or even worse, they might just flat out deny it. So, oh, man, Shabazz wears me out. Sandbox is here. Hello, Sandbox.
Hi, Mr. Jim. How are you?
I'm good.
I have a son in Jamaica. He's 38 years old, and I want to petition for him. I am a permanent resident. So I'm wondering, how do I go about it? Because I get my green card through VOA, and I get it without an interview. My evidence was good, and they just mailed me my card. But my divorce is not yet final, so I'm just concerned to see if that would be an issue for to petition for my adult son.
No, that part's okay, but there's a long delay right now, and the cases aren't really moving. So right now they're working on cases that are 6 or 8 years old. So you can do it. Your son's not married, I assume?
No, he's single.
Yeah, so as long as he stays single, it's going to take 7 or 8 or 9 years for him to be able to come under current conditions. So to do it, once you get your green card, you would just file an I-130 petition form and get that started, but it's going to be a long wait.
Right. I understand. But because I was worried about not getting the divorce finalized as yet, we're already living our separate lives. I was just worried that my divorce would be a problem.
It won't.
Okay. So, and that section of the application, I've just put separated.
Uh-huh.
Right. Thank you so much for your time.
Good luck. Thank you. All right, Marie is here. Hello, Marie.
Hello, Jim.
Hi, Marie.
Hello.
Hi.
Are you hearing me? Could you take me off camera, please?
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
Okay. Good evening. How you doing?
I'm great. I'm great. Thank you. Good evening to you.
Good evening to you too again. My husband is a green card holder. Got his green card in 2017, but he usually travel to and fro from the America to Jamaica. But in December 2020, that's when he went back to the US and stayed there. So he's in the US now. When can he file for his citizenship?
Okay, so did he have any trips of more than 6 months?
Pardon me?
Did he have any trips that lasted more than 6 months?
Yes.
Okay. When did he come back from the last trip that took more than 6 months?
December 2020.
Okay, so then he can apply January 21, 22, 23, 24. So he can apply January of next year.
January of
Well,
2024?
let me make sure. He came back December 2020.
Yes.
So let's do 4 years from that. So that's December of 21, December of 22, December 23, December 24. That's 4 years. So he can apply January of 25.
January 25.
4 years and 1 day. So December of 24, or probably safer January of 25, and he can't have any more trips more than 6 months.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes, Jim.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
No, he's not a U.S. citizen. He's a green card holder.
Are you?
No, I'm in Jamaica. I'm his wife. I'm in Jamaica.
I gotcha. Okay. All
So
right,
we
great.
wanted to know if he could file for his citizenship because he filed for me in 2019.
Mhm.
And I was documentary qualified August 2022. So I wanted to know if he could have filed for his citizenship, and then that would make my process goes faster.
Well, technically he could apply now, but it would get denied because he spent so much time out of the U.S.
Okay. All right. So since my priority date is 2019 and I was DQ August 2022,
You still got
how
probably
long
got
you think it
2
would take
years.
for me to get an interview?
Probably about 2 more years if things move, but it might just be when he becomes a citizen. So he's really got to stay in the United States and apply for citizenship as early as he can in January of 25.
January of 2025.
Mm-hmm.
But on the visa bulletin, I see where they reach February 2019.
I'm looking at F2A, right. I was talking to that last person, right, about the sons and daughters, right. F2B, yeah. So what's your priority date? Do you know?
My priority date is August 2019.
So you're pretty close, but I don't know that it moved that much this month. Everybody was complaining that it didn't move at all, but hopefully it'll move. Yeah. So you're getting close. So it'll be before he becomes a citizen.
That's what I was thinking, that maybe I'll get through before I become a citizen.
Yeah, I think you will.
Okay. The next thing, Jim, I came to the US in August and I spent 3 weeks. Is it okay for me to visit in December for a week for the Christmas week?
You have a visit visa?
Yes, I have a visiting visa.
As long as you don't lie to anybody, I'm fine with that.
As long as I don't?
As long as you don't lie to anybody about if they ask you, hey, did your husband file an I-130 for you? You have to say yes, but say, I'm just coming for a week.
Yes, I always tell them because they asked in August and I tell them I'm coming for 3 weeks, but I'm on filing. So I was just thinking if it would be too quick for me to come for a week in December.
I mean, they could revoke your visa. They could not let you in, but I mean, it's going to be Christmas time. They probably won't mess with that, but they could.
Okay. And that won't would it affect my filing process?
Again, as long as you always tell the truth, it won't.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Jim.
Thanks, Marie. Have a good day.
You too.
All right, everybody. So let me see. How do I can't scroll down. All right, everybody. That'll do it for today's show. We are done for today. I hope you all have a great night. If you have 60 seconds and could leave us a quick review, we'd appreciate it. Reviewhackinglaw.com or just find us on the Google. Go ahead and have a great weekend. I'll be back. Our next show, Tuesday at 4 p.m. Tuesday at 4 p.m. Central. Thank you all. Thanks for all of our guests. And thanks for Shabazz, as always. We'll see you guys on Tuesday. Have a good night.